Hello, I'm Helen Bradley. Welcome to this video tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to create a phone sort of tablet graphic in PowerPoint. Before we get started with this video tutorial, let's look and see what it is that we're going to be creating. This is a tablet drawing, and I'm going to show you how you can draw it inside PowerPoint using tools built into PowerPoint. You're also going to see how you can save this drawing as a PNG file that you can use on the web or anywhere else in any other application. To get started creating elements inside PowerPoint, I've just opened a new blank presentation, and I'm going to turn this layout into a blank layout. So I'm just going to select layout and then blank. This gives me a clear area to work with, and I can just get rid of the thumbnails as well, because I just want to be able to see everywhere where I'm working. And we're going to start with drawing a tablet screen. So we're going to go up here to the Shapes panel, and I'm going to choose the rounded rectangle. I'm just going to draw out a large rounded rectangle. That's going to be the outline of my tablet. And inside this is going to go a rectangle with square edges. So I'm just going to click on that and just drag out a square edge rectangle. I'm just going to test this inside the shape. So I'm going to the Format tab. I just want to turn this into something completely different color because I want to test it for size right now. And I'm thinking that that's probably going to be a good size for this. So I'm going to move it out of the way because what I need to do is to divide this in half. So I'm going to go and get the freeform drawing tool here, and I'm just going to click on the very corner of the shape here, and I'm going to click down here on this corner. And then I'm just going to move around here because I want to get an area outside this shape, but I want to be well outside of it because this is the line that I want to draw. So having done that, what I'm going to do is select over all of these pieces, and I'm going to use one of the new merge tools. Now if I go to the Drawing Tools Format tab, you'll see here that there's Merge Shapes, and new to PowerPoint 2013 is Fragment. Now the others are all in earlier versions, but it's Fragment that I want, because what that's going to do is break this shape into three pieces. So I'm going to have a triangle here, another triangle here, and this piece that I didn't want here. So I'm just going to get rid of the piece that I didn't want. Now these two shapes are going to butt up against each other perfectly, and they're going to be the inside of my tablet over here. But what I need to do right now is to color them. So I'm going to select over both of them, and I don't want any outline on them, so I'm just going to click no outline. And then I'm going to color them differently. So let's get this half here and let's color it a lighter color. Now if I want this to be theme aware, I'm going to use theme colors. If I want it not to be theme aware, then I'm going to use regular colors. So I'll come down here to standard colors or more fill colors. And in fact, that's what I'm going to do because this is a shape that I don't want to recolor according to the theme. So I'm just going to select here a sort of darker color for this, and let's go here and shape fill more fill colors, and let's choose a slightly lighter color for the other side. I'm going to put the two pieces back together again, and I'm going to move them into position inside my tablet. And now if I want to make sure that these are centered, I'm going to group them. So I'm just going to click to group these two, and now if I grab over all my objects and click Format tab here, Align Center, then the group here is going to be aligned to the center of this shape. If I'd chosen just to center everything but not group these two shapes together first, then they would have all been centered relative to each other. What I want is this pair to be treated as a separate shape. So let's go back to the outside now of our tablet, and I can just choose black because that's generally a color that's accessible in all of these themes. Now we need a couple of other little pieces for our tablet. So I'm just going to draw out a very small rectangle here. I'm going to shape fill, and I'm going to choose one of my fill colors. I'm actually going to choose the darker of these, and I don't want any outline on this. And then we're just going to move it into position up here, and again it needs to be centered. So let's select it and the outside and just do an align center on these. Yep, well, it's centered. And now we need a little curvy bit for the bottom, and there is no curvy bit in the drawing objects here, so I'm going to select a circle here. I'm going to draw out sort of something like an oval, and I'm going to control drag on it because I want to drag out a second oval. And what I want right now is this sort of curve. So I'm going to select both my objects from the Drawing Tools Format tab, go to Merge Shapes. Now I could use Fragment, but if I use Subtract, I'm going to get pretty much the shape that I want anyway. So let's choose Subtract. Let's flatten this out and shrink it down. Let's make it this gray fill and no outline. We're going to rotate it so that it's upside down. If I hold the Shift key as I rotate it, it's going to snap as it rotates, and I'm just going to drag it into position at the bottom here. Now I'm just going to select over all of my objects again and go to Align Center just to make sure that everything is nicely centered. And while I've got everything selected, I'm going to group them. Because when I group them, they're now going to travel as a single object, and they can be rotated as a single object. So we've created our tablet drawing here inside PowerPoint. Now, if you want to use this in PowerPoint, then just save the file and you can just drag the object from this slide into another slide presentation later on. But you can also use this elsewhere. If we right-click this and choose Save as Picture, then we're able to save this as a PNG file that we can use elsewhere. So I'm just going to call this tablet PNG. It's going to be saved as a PNG image, although we could save it in a different format if we wanted to. PNG is going to be the best option for web use, and also it's going to retain the transparency. So these areas around the tablet are going to be retained as transparent. And then just click Save. And now that can be used inside another slideshow, or it can be used on the web. It can be used in one of a number of places. So there's how to create a very simple tablet drawing inside PowerPoint and to save it as a PNG file that can be used just about anywhere. I'm Helen Bradley. Thank you for joining me for this video tutorial. Look out for more video tutorials here on my YouTube channel. And consider subscribing to my channel and you'll be alerted when new videos are released. And visit my website at projectwoman.com where you'll find more tips, tricks and tutorials on a range of applications, including many of the Microsoft Office applications such as PowerPoint, Excel and Word.